Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys had a great week. So what I have here are just a bunch of Japanese fabric that I had picked, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a collage of fabric, and we're gonna turn it into a patch, and then we'll do a little bit of a Sashiko stitching on them, so we could do a little bit of fun with it, and you can definitely embellish this for some of us that really want to get our slow stitching get started, and this small project will be really good to get things started. So what I'm doing is I'm just layering various types of fabric that I've chosen from my fabric stash, my little scrap. And so this is what it seems like it's looking right now. So that's what I have right now. Let's see what we can do with this. So these patches that we're making today are a great tools to use to embellish anything, and particularly is to mend a lot of your favorite garment, be like your jeans and stuff, to fix those holes, you know, and it adds new look to your garment. They work really great on denim. And here is one of the patch that I have used. There was some thread. It's not quite a hole yet, you can't really tell, but there's like a big long thread that's been pulled, and I didn't want to cut it because once I cut it, it's gonna start, you know, unraveling my sweater here. And we did Sashiko stitching on it to affix all that fabric, and so this way whenever you wash it, it doesn't unravel. Now it will unravel some, as you can see on my fabric here. I have unraveling. Sometimes they're longer, and I just kind of trim the long ones that bothers me. Like this ones are long, and that one just fell off, and you know, I just trimmed those off. But I don't really recommend that you trim it so much closer to the edge, because you see how this stuff are like kind of starting to get fuzzy there and stuff. That's what gives the Sashiko Boro look. So yeah, you will get some unraveling. Plus, you also want to make sure you give yourself enough seam allowance into the edge of your patch to make sure that it's gonna hold really nice and strong when you begin to start washing it, wearing it. I must have washed this a good 5 times or more, and this is the status of it. All I did is affix it. You can see the red seam on there. I just did that. Now, in time, it will start to unravel just like any other garment. The more you wash, the weaker the fiber gets. So it'll start unraveling. But with you knowing how to do Sashiko, you can even bring the stitches over and then over that way to make it look really you know, really pretty, and gives that very tattered and worn out look that you repaired it over and over, and people can say, oh wow, she really loved that sweater. But I'm telling you, it, especially with denim, because of the blue on blue, it just works really well. Another thing I can also do, if I have another holes here, I can take another patch and put it on there. I can even, if there's another one, I can even do another one. You know, I love the look of 3 patches for some reason. Like you notice on my little fabric collage, there are 3. That I like the look of that. Something about the odd number, it just looks so much better. So let's go get creative with this. I've done patches videos as well, but we're gonna add more slow stitching into this. So what I do is I take my bottom layer. I probably don't need this long of a needle just because my my project is fairly small. So let's go look for a smaller needle. This one looks good. Do you think I have enough needle? My beading, really fine needle there. Then my quilting. All right, here we go. Let's get started. Just do a little at a time. You don't have to fill your whole needle if you're not quite comfortable with your Sashiko sewing, and just give it a nice little fold there. So it's a rocking motion. This is just something to give you ideas to make use of your fabric scrap. You know, I'm so mindful of the waste that I have in my crafting. It doesn't matter whether it's fabric or paper. I try to be mindful of that. So, and then you just kind of stretch that. So you're gonna fold each seam if you like to really get those edges nice and secure into your patch. So you need a little bit of patience, and for me, I'm really okay with it. So I have attached this second patch on my denim here, and I just wanted to say that you don't always have to stick to vertical or horizontal, whichever way it's going. You don't have to stick with this running stitch look. In this instance, there's this pattern right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around this pattern and just stay away from it. I'm not gonna mess with that. I have no planning ahead when I'm doing this. I just let my creativity flow. I use my vision, what looks good for me, and then just go from there. And that is why I really enjoy the Sashiko. So with this next one, what do I do with it? I might have to cut it, because we don't want to cover that beautiful stitching we just did. Might have to cut it like this. I know I have more of this guy. Let me find it and maybe cut a smaller. I'm cutting to make sure I have enough seam allowance. So that's what it's gonna be. And on this one, because it's got that image, that Japanese writing on there, I'm just not gonna stitch the inside. There it is. It's done. It's done. I love the sunshine. I'm sorry. I hope that it's not too much for you guys. So the patch is done at this point, but we want to add slow stitching into here. So let's get some of our embroidery thread and bring in some color here. So let's do this. Let's do 3 strand. I hope my needle is big enough for 3 strand. Absolutely not. Let's get a new needle. Like that. And then let's go ahead and secure it. Tuck it. I want to put something blue. I need a little needle threader. Okay, this is a Sashiko thread. I like this blue. And then we're gonna go do some daisy stitch. That's one. Okay, now I'm gonna go really emphasize that guy is a flower. So I'm gonna use this guy. What did we get? Did we get 3? Yeah, we got 3. I love drawing, but I cannot draw good. For some reason, another reason why I enjoy sewing and slow stitching and embroidery is I get to play with colors. I feel anyways, I get to play with beautiful threads, and I managed to create something beautiful. It feels like I'm painting. Essentially, that's what it really is, isn't it? I'm painting with my thread. Oh, it's looking pretty already. Well, let me keep doing this and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, so here's what it looks like now that I finished all those blue flowers and I added a little bit of a yellow in the center. Look how much it elevated this plain Jane patch. So you can keep going and you can just kind of follow this pattern, you know, trace all your seam. And on here I think I want to add like a rope looking stitches over here, so I will do some oh gosh, what is it called, and make it look like a rope, like a jute rope is coming around this particular image. And over here we could probably do a blanket stitch or some sort. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep working on this. I want to share it with you. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of time, and then shortly after graduation, I mean literally the very next day, we're gonna be traveling, so I might not be able to upload for the next couple of weeks. So I'll see, maybe I'll stop this video here and then move on to this one and then onto that one, you know, just so you guys can finish the project. So but for now I'll go ahead and end this here. And also thank you everybody for commenting on the last video. I was really surprised, and just really warms my heart to know that there's so many of you guys that really enjoy it. So I hope I can continue to share some project like that. And yeah, so be sure to check the end for a shout out on all of you all that commented, and I've truly appreciated it, so thank you. So with that said, I want to wish you a very wonderful week ahead, and I will chat with you again really soon. So take care.